Hey friends, I'm Jonathan Smith, and this is Jump In with Jonathan, the podcast that makes you think, smile, and take action. Are you ready to jump in this show with me? Let's go. Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Jump In with Jonathan. I am your host, Jonathan Smith. I want to say thank you so very much for taking the time to listen to the podcast today. We're talking about something that every single one of us faces at some point, whether it be once a week, every day, once a month, or maybe once a year, and it's negative people. You know the ones I'm talking about, the person who seems to have a complaint for every solution, a person who can turn a sunny day into a storm cloud, or just one who drains the energy out of the room from the moment they walk in. Whether it's a coworker, a family member, or even someone in your friend circle, negativity has a way of slipping into our lives if we don't guard it. But here's the truth. You can't always control who's around you, but you can control what you allow inside of you. So today I want to talk about how to deal with negative people without losing your peace, losing your joy, and yes, even your kindness. So, how am I going to deal with someone negative? Well, first of all, don't take it personally. The first thing I've learned, and honestly, it took me a while, is not to take things personal. Most of the time, a negative person's behavior has nothing to do with you, it's a reflection of what's going on inside of them. When someone consistently or constantly criticizes, complains, or finds fault in others, it's usually because they're wrestling with things like insecurity, disappointment, bitterness, anger, pride, jealousy. And their words often are a mirror of what's inside of them, not of your reality, but of their own. So the next time someone throws up negativity your way, remind yourself this isn't about me, it's about what they are carrying. When you stop talking, when you stop taking their attitude personally, you take away their power to control your emotions. Their negative attitude does not have to be your forecast. I want to say don't internalize their words. Recognize the source that it's coming from, rise above it, and move forward with peace. There are people that I deal with on a daily basis who are always looking for the negative in something or someone. They always have something negative to say, whether it's about me, whether it's about something that I'm working on, somebody I'm working with. They are always looking to find the most negative thing they can. And when I realize what they are doing, I've learned not to take it personal, but I have learned just to ignore, lack of better words, to ignore them and move on. So not only do I not take it personally, I set boundaries for myself without guilt. Let's all be honest here. Some people don't just visit negativity, they live there. And if you're not careful, they will do their best to pull you in the same negative place that they are in. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you don't care about people, it means you care enough about your peace to protect it. It's okay to say, I cannot talk right now. It's o- it's okay to say I'd rather not have that conversation. It's okay to say, "Hey, I need some space. I need to get away from you because I don't need your negativity in my life." You can love someone and still limit how much of their negativity you allow in your life. Remember, boundaries aren't walls to keep people out, but they are fences to keep peace in. Don't let guilt trick you into thinking you have to be everyone's emotional dumping ground. You're not everyone's emotional support animal. You don't have to listen to everything going on in their life at that particular moment. It's okay to say, hey, I've got some things going on in my life that I need to take care of before I can give you any advice on how to take care of it in your own life. This may mean that you have to create distance. This may mean you have to limit phone calls, stepping away from certain conversations. And heck, it may even mean unfollowing people on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, or X, Patreon. It may include you doing all of these things because what you are doing is you're protecting your peace. And by protecting your peace, it's not selfish, but it is very wise. So remember today that you need to set boundaries without guilt. You do not need to take their negativity personally. Another thing, how to deal with negative people is this: respond, but don't react. Negative people feed on reactions. I know several negative people right now that if they walked into a room that I'm sitting in, I'm just like, oh my God, I can't wait to get out of here. And what they will do is they will say things to see if they can get you angry, frustrated, defensive, because that's what makes them feel powerful. And one of the things that I've learned to do in those situations is don't respond. Don't react to their negativity. A few months ago, I sat in a meeting with a group of people, and they're very negative people. And they walked into this room and they said some derogatory remarks toward myself and toward another person. And one thing I did not do was I did not react to their negativity. What they wanted me to do was fly off the handle. They wanted me to say some things that I didn't need to say. They wanted to get under my skin, thinking that would change the outcome of the meeting. And unfortunately for them, I didn't react. I didn't play into their game, but I learned to respond calmly. And sometimes the best answer is no answer at all. And what you do is when you do not react to them or you do not give an answer back to them that they're looking for, you at that point have the power over their negativity. See, there's a difference between reacting and responding. Reacting is emotional, responding is intentional. I can respond to something and I do not have to address everything that was made mention of that I'm responding to. But when I react, I can react out of anger, I can react out of bitterness, I can react out of malice, I can react out of all of these things, out of frustration. I can get really defensive, and that at that point is reacting. When you react, you give negativity control. When you respond with calm and clarity, you keep control. Here's something that I've learned to do. When someone's being negative around me, I take a deep breath and I ask myself, will my response fix this or fuel this? And if my response is going to fuel what is getting ready to take place, I don't say nothing at all. See, if you realize what you're going to say is going to fuel the situation, silence is your best answer. Sometimes peace isn't found in having the last word, but it's having the right spirit. Your calmness can be louder than their criticism. I've seen people trash me online. I've seen people give me death threats online. I've seen all of these things take place. And one thing that I've learned to do is not react. And sometimes I don't respond. And it angers them that much more that I don't respond because at that point they've lost their power over me. And I look at their negativity and I'm like, thank you. Have a great day. See ya. I don't want to be you. I'll read their negativity. I'll laugh about their negativity, but I never respond to their negativity online. You know why? Because I don't want to fuel it. I want to put a stop to it. So, what can I do? What else can I do? Well, you can learn to be the light and still guard your energy. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Jonathan, what if it's someone I can't avoid, like a coworker? Oh, God, this will be a tough one. A spouse or even a family member. That's real. You can't always walk away. I know that. You know that. So what do? You become the light in the room. You guard your energy. You cannot heal someone by letting them hurt you. You can't help them if you have nothing left to give. Negativity spreads fast, but so does positivity. So instead of matching their mood, maintain your peace. Sometimes your calm presence will convict them more than your words ever could. Let them see that joy, hope, and kindness are stronger than are stronger than complaints, drama, and gossip. When they're gossiping, when they're complaining, when they are trying to cause drama, say no, I don't want any part of this. And remember this, you can care about people without carrying their weight. I don't have to carry their negativity. I don't have to listen to their negativity. I can walk away. And what do I do by walking away? I choose peace over approval. Many of us stay in toxic conversations or relationships because we don't want to seem rude. We fear rejection. We want to be liked. But can I say something today? You're not going to please everyone, and you weren't meant to please everyone. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for someone that is negative is refuse to join them in their misery. Peace isn't found by trying to change people, it is found by deciding who gets access to your emotions. You can still pray for them, you can wish them well, you can show them kindness from a distance, but you have to stop letting their approval determine your peace. One of the greatest things that I've learned as a person, and a lot of you know that I'm a pastor, a lot of you know that I do a lot of different things in life, is I don't need someone's approval for me to be successful. I don't need someone's approval in my life so that I can please a group of people. I've made peace with myself and made peace with God that as long as I do His will and do what He wants me to do, then at that point, I can cut out all of the negativity. So, in closing today, protect your peace. Here's the truth, negativity is contagious, but so is peace. You and you only can decide which one you'll spread. Don't let someone else's darkness dim your light. Guard your joy, protect your heart, and remember it's not your job to fix people, it is your job to stay free of negativity. So this week, whether you ran into that negative coworker, that critical friend, or that draining relative, take a breath, stay calm, and remember, I am not going to react because I do not want a part of their negativity. You are not defined by your attitude, but you are defined by your purpose. Hey, if this episode encouraged you today, share it with a friend who needs a reminder just to protect their peace and cut out the negativity in their life. And as always, thank you for jumping in with me. Until next time, keep your heart strong, your mind focused, and your spirit kind. Thank you for listening to today's episode on Jump In with Jonathan. And keep in mind that life is better when you jump in. Have a blessed day.